Okay. Well, this is taking place literally right after the other video. I'm actually going to be doing 3, just because I want to talk more about one than these other 2 that I'm about to show you. These are just 2 more things that I've made that I've never shown. Why? Because I have a lot of stuff in my collection that I kind of look over, and I don't know if people really want to see every single thing that I've made and all that stuff, because I know it can get kind of boring sometimes just seeing stuff and yada yada yada. But I've been kind of neglecting YouTube lately, so I decided I'm just going to post a shitload of videos up just so people have something new to see, because I've been getting bored with YouTube lately, so hasn't been anything new or exciting on. Besides, I saw an interview with Les Stroud. If you don't know who that is, that's Survivor Man. That was cool as hell. Anyways, back to the fun stuff. The first thing I'm going to show you is a claw weapon. I only made 1 because I didn't feel like spending the time to make 2, because 1 took long enough. I remember making this a while back, and there it is. Everything's steel. It's all solid welded. Everything is welded on there. I remember when I was making this. This is back when I first started doing welding, so I was probably only 18. My welds weren't really great. They looked kind of cruddy. So I remember what I did is, which actually isn't a bad idea now that I think about it, is I took, after it was welded and I knew it was strong, I actually took the JB Weld, which is that 2-part epoxy you can mix together, and I kind of put that over everything and smoothed it all out, and then kind of cleaned it up so it didn't look shitty where the welds were. I mean, it still doesn't look great right now, but then again, I made this when I first started making stuff. I'm sure I could do a lot better, but I don't really feel like it, because I remember how long this took me to bend all these steel pieces. You know, this was all, you can see the seam right there, this was all bent from a flat piece of steel. Same with that, and it took, I remember it took me forever to get that shape right, to where it was kind of a little curved on the bottom right here, and then a bigger curve up here, so when your hand fit in, your knuckles didn't bash up against it. That was a pain in the ass. That's a pretty cool weapon. I remember getting the idea from that from watching Shogun Assassin, one of the 3 Brothers of Death, which I've always still wanted to make one of those iron clubs, but anyways, getting off track. The next one I have up is something that's also in the Classical Weaponry of Japan book, and that's this. And you can see me, I hope it focuses in on the name there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. I'm saying I don't speak Japanese. I'm not even going to try to, because I'm just going to slaughter it. But I do know that it's a pretty badass looking weapon. You can see it's got like a chain coming out, and then you can pull on it, and there's a rope on this end, and that sucks back in. So I decided to make one of them. It's not really a ninja weapon, but it is a Japanese weapon that it gives information on it. Blah 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 blah. From one of the schools in Japan. We're going to turn this out here so you can get a better view of it. There's the hook. Pole. I decided to paint that purple, give it a little depth, I guess. Handle, and a nice cord. I have a knot for a stopper, but I also tied a steel ring inside there to really help it stop up against there. And it just ends off like that. So pretty much when this is let go, chain comes out. Like I said, I left this chain gold because I don't know, I kind of don't want everything that I have to look exactly the same, and it kind of gets boring looking at black chain constantly. And plus, knowing this was kind of a samurai weapon, they probably wanted something that looked a little nicer, a little more elegant. So I left the gold chain on there, stops it right there, and then all you do, pull on it and right back up. If anyone wants to know how to make one of these, this was actually pretty simple to make. I think the hardest part was finding this cord, because I wanted a brown cord that, you know, looked nice. So there's that. Yeah, this was pretty simple to make. I think it cost me, let me see, 2, 4, 6, maybe 15 bucks altogether. The hardest thing was just finding a big enough piece of steel for the hook. But if you want to include everything that I did for this, including like the rope and the chain and the paint and everything else, I would say max $20 I made this for. It's painted in black lacquer. Black lacquer is pretty durable. It gives a nice finish. It doesn't chip as easily. So, pretty cool weapon. It's not a, I don't think it's a ninja weapon, but it's a samurai weapon. And I like a lot of these different crazy ones that they come up with. I think they come up with some pretty interesting ideas and crazy things. But that's it for now. Like I said, I'm going to have one more coming up because I want to talk more about the next weapon that I'll explain, but I'm waiting for something to dry because I never finished it. So I'll have that out today too, though. So that's really about it for those two. And like I said, I should have one more coming out, and then I got a couple more random things that I'll make videos about. I know I got a Japanese club that I'm having someone I know help me out with, that I'm going to put together. Same one that you saw in Watch the Deadliest Warrior, Samurai versus whatever. Kanbo? Yeah. Kanbo, whatever you want to call it. Just mine's not going to, the metal pieces aren't going to fly off when I make mine, so hopefully. But anyways, that's it for that. I'm gonna have, like I said, maybe a couple more. I'll see if I can find stuff that people might find interesting. If not, then I'll keep going through a book and I'll make something else and make a video on it. But once again, if anyone is interested in any of the things that is interested in making, any of the things that you see on any of my videos, you know, just send me a message. If you need like dimensions on something, if you need to know where to get some items, you know, if you want the exact dimensions of this weapon and exactly what I did, you know, I'll give you all the information. I got everything written down. I keep everything recorded, because I always get a lot of people asking me, you know, hey, how long of a pipe was that, or hey, on this, you know, how long were your claws? So I always keep everything written down, and I always love helping people out. So anything you ever see, if you ever want to know how to make it, or where to get the materials, dimensions, anything like that, please don't hesitate to ask. You know, I love helping anyone out. So that's it for now. I'm gonna wait for that thing to dry, and then I'll make the other video on probably my favorite item I've ever made by far. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys later.